often you have to switch between the two sites. So I think this is a lot better and a lot more meta. This is more common. This is what other teams are running. So OpTic learning a little bit from that Xerxia game for sure.
They're starting off on attack here on Ascent. We'll see how they choose to approach this round.
I do want to set the stage a little bit for KRÜ because Kukuka did mention a little bit. They're not very good at this map so far this year. They've had a lot of struggles.
How bad are they?
0-5, I think?
0-5 in all of 2022. Baller, that's not good.
Yeah, and there was a stomp against Leviathan. KRÜ staying in. Yeah, he's already gotten 2 picks, and the pistol round just continues to hurt right now. They flash through heaven and continue forward. Delzik doesn't even really know where they're coming from, and they regroup and take control of everything else. Look at Rashi's position this entire time, by the way. Ooh. Wait.
He's taking
Crashi's hurt him.
Route.
They hurt each other.
Headhunter works out for Kesnet. Ye's weak, so this is certainly within reach. As Delzik's not able to convert the kill numbers in favor of OpTic. Spike ticking away. Mizuno trying to test the waters through tree. Maybe he can find an opener. Yes, he can. The second, he does it. Mizuno. It's all onto Ye. Oh, it's onto Ye, and it's not going to happen. It seemed like OpTic had full control, ball. What happened there?
Yeah, it really did. I mean, the flank not going in favor of Crash is there, losing the fight to Kesnet. And that's the only real protection they had against A main flanks because they weren't in that position. They weren't trying to hold. And you have Victor try to make the aggressive play through tree. Yeah, he left completely isolated. And Finesse as well, getting caught off guard here. The angle thought it was covered by Victor, but nope, it just wasn't. Now,
OpTic only choosing to invest the Marshal in the hands of Ye. Well,
wait.
Okay. Or the Frenzy. Frenzy light armor instead.
Yeah, interesting decision. He's playing way back in spawn, just rotating fast to... Sorry, Nagzitch is playing all the way back in spawn, rotating fast to join whichever side the eco looks like they're hitting. And it is going to just be this A site.
Got tagged by the knife there. Nagzitch not able to get anything going. Delzik with 2 big ones there, though. OpTic, they managed to get on the site, but they don't have the spike, and well, they don't have much as far as personnel goes at this point either. Finesse is left alone. And he has the spike. He's going to get out.
Yeah, but they spotted that he left. So the rotations can come through, and they've got alarm bots on both sides. The 2 trademarks, one in B main and one in mid. So either he's tripping one of those, or it has to be A, at least from KRÜ's perspective.
And I really like this from KRÜ because understanding that you have that safety in those 2 alarm bots, you can still leave 2 players at A. You don't really have to commit to it as much. And on the other side, this is very opportunistic kind of FNS, right? Like you understand this round is likely a loss. If you can at least farm a couple of ult orbs along the way, why not?
30 seconds left.
Yeah. Kesnet full confidence there too. Yeah. You're right. Finesse taking the opportunity to farm the ult orb. So that's quite good, I'd say. 2 orbs off right now. And marking over towards that B site. Kesnet has really been over towards the B site often, and he's not playing that anchor or the floater role on this chamber. Part of the reason why they're successful on this map in the first place against Liquid. I mean, I say successful, but it was a 16-14 loss.
It's close.
A lot of presence here, B main early. Actually, yeah, it just swings with a dart from Ye, and Kesnet's here with a headhunter, and he takes him out. That's huge.
Kesnet repositions, and now it's Mizuno, who's gotten a good bit of info. I'm curious to see. Well, go ahead.
Remember the last round, the last map. The bonus was so terrible from KRÜ, even though they won the pistol round because they lost so many players on the eco round. This time, it's not the same story, and they've shut down and are fighting into this one because Ye had a Vandal. The entire side of OpTic was fully bought up. Man advantage, huge here from KRÜ.
Curious about how OpTic will approach this here. They got the ult orb for Finesse again, so he's now just 1 point off the lockdown.
They want to split this.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be a B split. You've got Kesnet with the headhunter. He's been tagged up, has to back off. Zeno, the lone soldier. Oh, excuse me, not the lone soldier. He's got Kesnet around him, and there it is. The lockdown comes through, and there's really nothing the KRÜ have as far as counters. So, OpTic should be okay here to get the spike down.
A very nice peek from Nagzet on top of the little column there. But he gets traded out, and yeah, this was such a far advanced lockdown that Delzik not comfortable enough with the timing of how to get out of that, not even really knowing where the edge was. So that's going to buy a lot of time while Klaus waits for his teammate to come back up. But they do have 2 flashes to work with here, and a knife.
So the 3 Vandals on the side of OpTic.
Didn't get Victor though, so the flashes are good.
There's the first one.
No more time.
Yeah, there's just no way in.
1 enemy remaining.
Thought about it, tested the waters. So it was, well, you get a couple kills, take some weapons out of their hands.
Wow.
That certainly helps.
That was a round they should have converted, I think, KRÜ. Off the first pick of Ye. That's a lot of impact away from OpTic immediately. Kesnet falling, leaving Mazzino, I think, by himself inside of that site. Here's the first pick again. Oh, what is that? Yeah, this is what I'm talking about right there. Nobody really to support Mazzino because Kesnet's getting tagged at the same time by the drone.
Well, and Finesse had his lockdown so far ahead of schedule because of the way the first couple of rounds had gone. KRÜ had no real way to counter it.
A knife. Traded on both sides, and also the KO nade on top of the orb. Trap that, but they flash it right back.
Yeah, they flash and they swing out. Now you see Marved looking like he's going to set up potentially.
They've got the no command. All of these guys are not going to be a flash, nothing to return.
The paranoia, there it is. It swings out. Klaus gets the best of Ye. Nags is still playing up inside. There are so many targets to look at, but my goodness, KRÜ just mow over OpTic.
Yeah. And that was a round where they didn't have any abilities to actually fight back, but they all swing together. The desk continuously talked about how they want the team of KRÜ to play much tighter and trade off of each other. That's an instance where that happens in spades. And it's Delzik again, the man that anchors that A site so well and actually had so many clutch moments against Liquid. Great hold from KRÜ.
Thanks.
And once again, actually, OpTic's money broken. As just the gun round that they won, only pistols. And the A main trade of utility is going to happen over and over. And on this round, it's so much more impactful because there's nothing really to follow up because of the economy.
Yeah, he has the Blade Storm. He swings out. Well, he had the Blade Storm. As he gets decapitated, the flash swings out. The classic cleans things up for Victor. Not without falling, too.
But Klaus is there to trade. Nagzet gets the first kill, and Klaus is just farming the other 2, making the other 3. And Crash is nothing here inside of the A main. He's going to get droned out. Delzik will peek with the drone. Well played.
Oh, very
KRÜ
well played.
changing what we saw from them in the last map. Going up 4-1. And you could feel a little bit of something going back their way. Especially after that just dominant gun round.
And again, Bala, we've got to remind folks about what this map has looked like for both teams.
Sure.
KRÜ have not won it in all of 22.
Yep.
OpTic came into this tournament seeming like they were the best at Ascent.
Yeah.
They struggled, obviously, in the loss, 10-13 loss. Wait, you didn't like that one?
That was good. No, it was good.
All right, OpTic, it's been tough sledding
Sledding.
Tough sledding, yeah.
Yeah, on Ascent. Maybe Icebox.
Maybe not Icebox. Okay, that's fair. I mean, what would you say here, though?
I don't know.
But it looks like they have something dialed up here.
Sure. Fast paranoia.
And there are 2 players from KRÜ who are playing up on that tight angle, so they are going to get hit. The dash comes out. Try to keep them safe. OpTic take the space. They haven't gotten any kills off of it yet. The operator shot misses. And he gets tagged.
Yeah.
And Nagsik is peppered.
But the smoke there in time, and the KO nade as well, so Ye's isolated. Mazzino gets the one.
OpTic managed to brute force their way through, at least halfway up.
What a dart as well from Mazzino for himself. Marv working his way back up mid, does find the kill, but everything is slowed down because of the Klaus no command.
And Marv, sneaky son of a gun that he is, makes his way up mid.
He TP'd across, spawn. Did Mazzino hear him? Well, now he knows.
Shots not landing and Crash, he's falling there too, doesn't help things. You see Spike's gonna rotate over to A. If Marv can continue to be a menace, it might be the opener that OpTic needs.
Wait, that's unbelievable. That smoke actually cut him off, so he wasn't able to get traded there, and Finesse is now on the site. Marved in the last map. Remember the 2 versus 5 that he had with Ye on the Thrifty round. This time.
Again. Right?
Look at the position, man. That's hard to clear.
Yeah.
They had alarm bot down, by the way. Kesnit's not in the round. So he got past that without anything. Another smoke going to be given potentially to help out FNS on the spike here, but he's low.
Finesse has to find something. He's got to find something down in hell. They know where he is. The blades don't land. Marv, he's gotten 3. The smoke. Klaus on the tap. Trying to spam through. Oh my gosh, he's gotten it this far. Now Nags is so weak. Oh my gosh, Marv with the ace for OpTic.
Another round that should be unwinnable.
You set it up.
Yeah, Marv, the playmaking ability that this guy has. You've been talking about his Omen leading into this, how it changed, how well he played on that agent prior to all the Astra. Meta entirely. Look at this TP. That's not something that you're doing often. He's breaking the angle from Delzik completely. Delzik flashes the opposite direction. And he brings it back from the depths.
Unbelievable. And what really impressed me about Marv and his Omen is how aggressively he plays it, and we just saw that.
Yep, exactly.
Like that no knives call, bro?
Very quickly into round 7 here. The operator's still in play. For Nags, a lighter buyout from OpTic.
Good knife. Spotting the potential angles that they could bring this operator into when the eco allows for it.
Shadows traveling.
What do they do here? The drone to clear some space. Try to get a big room to work with B.
Finesse one off the ult for his lockdown. And as soon as that actually gets tapped, he goes for the ult back. But now he doesn't have that to actually use in the lockdown. So Klaus, he's on the other side of the map. Nothing to actually use here. And OpTic is regrouping towards this B side.
That seems like a mistake.
Yeah. Well, they're not in the site yet.
Oh, okay, forget it. When you're landing shots like that, it seems to work out, but ultimately the lockdown was his demise.
The slow actually from the Tour de Force slows it down so they can fight out of spawn.
Look at Ye going aggressive with the op. The spike still hasn't made its way in, and KRÜ.
He's turning tail. Marv just got
look at Marv
spawn
again.
Exact same position that he was, and the exact same players as well, but this time only a 2 versus 3.
He's not expecting it.
Oh my goodness.
He's not expecting it. Patience. Look at him.
Oh no.
No
This could backfire.
Way. 1, 2, Nags! What a flick! Marv got a little greedy there. Now Finesse is in this 1v2. Make it a 1v1. He's got a Spectre. Healthy. Spike on his side. As Mazzino drops down, he hears him. The tap. He spots the barrel. Another clutch. This time out from Finesse.
I
OpTic. My goodness.
can't believe it. Another Red Bull clutch right after another. That is ridiculous. And again, it's Marv. Sure, that play backfired, like I potentially saw because of how tough it is to get the spray transfer after somebody's leaving your angle too. This is the shot from Nags on him. You hear how easy it is for him to react to that.
Which is such a wide swing, right?
And
like
when
if you're Marv, you're, I mean, almost a full 180.
Yeah, I think it was Delzik who's also jumping in that situation.
Yeah.
But still. And that's Finesse who closes out that round. That's massive. He has been a let's say it, kind of a problem in some instances with the way that he frags. His IGLing, yes, great.
World class.
But sometimes not able to deliver. I mean, you remember the clutch 1v1 that he had against Xerxia. That almost was a backbreaker for them. And the dagger, he could have kept them in the game with that 1v1 where he didn't go for the defuse push.
Nice shot out from Kesnet. Take care of Crash. He's early on. Light buy from KRÜ in this round. Now the second trademark goes down. OpTic trying to feel things out and see where they can find some space.
Nice flash.
And there's space. Yeah, there's plenty of space right there. 3 left on the side of KRÜ as Kesnet swings out at just the right time, manages to get the spike down.
This could give him a false sense of security, especially the way that Mazzino darts here.
Oh.
Nags is...
Yep. Got tagged with the dart. He had no idea he was there. You were right. Now Marved again. It's been a headline up until this point. He's going to get a chance to do something special. Again, a 1v2, just going into 2 sheriffs here, so advantage arguably in his way, although he's outnumbered. Oh. Able to land the shots.
He missed the jump.
He's going hunting. He's going hunting. Smoke separating these 2 players. As Marv plays this patiently, 15 seconds left. He's running out of time. He's got to make a move, and he's going to do it now. Again, still just a sheriff for Nagzet. I don't know that he's got any utility either. No, he doesn't. So Marv, with 6 seconds left, commits to the plant. The swing out. The sheriff comes through for Nags as he's going to get the kill, upgrade a weapon, and get the defuse for KRÜ.
These rounds are just so close. As Nags get the defuse and goes 5-3, Marv has an opportunity there to really go crazy. 3 rounds in a row. How impactful he could have been. But Nags shuts him down. It's really difficult to play that situation. Thinking about how Marv could have played that, he got his smoke up on the left side after being safe because of Jen. Mazzino missed the jump. That bought him some time, sure. And then he taps, goes into the smoke, fights Mazzino. Nags still played it correctly, though.
Now Nags off of those heroics, 1 point away from the Blade Storm. They've got money. OpTic not nearly as fortunate.
Gotta be careful here in mid.
Stay down. My ult's ready.
Not careful enough.
Well, I'm more so referring to the fact that Crashies could drone, tag Nags it up, force him off. They have a lot of ult power in this, OpTic does. The Hunter's Fury and the Null Command too. What? Yo, Nagzet gets a lot of flack constantly, but when KRÜ is down, he is so good. He was a driving factor in why they even had those comebacks last year at Champions in the first place.
He's got that X factor to him.
Oh.
Crashes with a nice shot, tries to upgrade the weapon and look for more. Unfortunately, not able to do so. And Victor's going to fall shortly thereafter. So while OpTic has certainly made this an interesting half, KRÜ still, I mean, it's been scrappy, but they still have control.
I'm wondering, though, if that fear is starting to creep back into OpTic's mental right now, because that's what we saw against Xerxia. They were unassertive. They weren't taking the opportunities that they could have. We got a little watch party for KRÜ fans.
Reason to celebrate. 2, you look at the setup early on. You've got Victor with the Null Command, a heavy stack A. Perhaps a little something. Look at them going hunting, though. They're going to get a ton of info, understand there's nobody at tiles, and off of that, immediate rotations towards A.
I'm wondering if they know where Nags actually was on that dash when he broke the turret, but he's going to be back here. The entire side of KRÜ left open this site.
There's a quick hit off of the Null Command. A little flash and dash onto the site. Spike down.
Finesse going to ult late.
Yeah.
There's a nade here, though, from Klaus. If he's got a lineup for it, it looks like he's backing up as well. No, he's just going all the way back towards heaven. Yes. They're just playing away from this.
Yeah. I mean, they're waiting. The trap has been sprung. Look at the positioning that they have. They should be able to push in through tree and through heaven.
Delzik just got caught again, and that delay is going to stop actually a smoke from going down on B main.
Crashy has his ultimate. For the post plant. Finesse. Bold. Oh, but it's Marved. Marved on the flank. Picks apart 2 from KRÜ. And Victor tries to do some of the same. Kesnet, the star for KRÜ in many an instance. the last one standing, and he's not going to be able to do anything here. OpTic, it was fast, right? They knew the play they wanted. They stacked ultimates the way they wanted to, and it ends in a dub.
Yeah. Finesse rushing towards the back of sight right there. KRÜ really struggling, actually. That has been now 2 rounds that I've spotted that they've played kind of poorly around the lockdown. The possibility of the lockdown. There's the one on the B site where just before he puts it down, he ults him because he's trying to collect the kill off of the orb tap, and it doesn't work. It doesn't pay off.
Here.
This time, not quite finding the lineup either. That needs to be something that you're prepping coming into this tournament.
Much slower roundup from OpTic than what we saw last time. Not nearly the same amount of ultimates. Well, actually, very well. Could be the same amount.
Oh, nice flash,
but not the
though.
same type.
Tried to play off the trademark. Crashes is dominates because the alarm bot actually gives him false information. The flash as well. He's trying to swing wide on that. Crash is close to that angle. They also baited out Delzic's ult, so he's not going to be here to be able to help if they do decide to go back towards this and execute here.
And I wonder if that was intended to just be a bluff, because they still had B control. They knew that they weren't out on B. Marv hadn't ulted, so I wonder if it was enough to try to lure them to rotate out. But no, OpTic are patient, and they fully commit to it. Nags on the switch. Yay takes him down, but Mazzino with 3 massive kills.
He's going to ult back over to there? Yeah. Crashes is covering that, by the way. Trying to find that rotator. Unbelievable.
Spike planted.
By the way, Kesnet lost, or Nags lost his knives in that position, so didn't have anything because of the knife.
Oh, I thought Marv wanted to go aggressive. He's playing down in hell. He's been spotted out. Crashies with the drone, trying to get some info. The flash was there initially. Marv still down in hell, keeping them back. Cloud swings it out, and Crashies cleans it up as OpTic get the round.
They come ever closer back to tying this up before we go for halftime break into the second half. And KRÜ. In the game against Liquid, it was 2 back-to-back 6-6 halves. They want to do better than that. Because, quite frankly, and what we saw so far on the defensive side of Bind, they do have some confidence going into this. They do have a little bit of momentum on those defensive sides, and that's the side that they're very, very good on. When we talk about Victor coming alive, that's the half.
Yay. Blade Storm, last round of the half. The only ultimate in play for the attacking side. Klaus has his ultimate. You hear the Hunter's Fury through. His kills get traded back and forth. Kesnet playing this tight angle. Nags with the Judge gets a kill.
He spots Marv as well. Knows that it was all a fake towards the A site. So KRÜ can really take the time now to reposition. There's plenty of time for them to do that as well and get in good spots.
And they still have Kesnet's utility everywhere.
Patience, Nags. Marv will punish you.
Oh man, Judge on the other side. He's already gotten one.
Just saying, if he shoulder peeks like he just did.
Yeah.
Nice knife from Victor. That spot's, oh, sorry, from Klaus. He has the ult as well to shut down. Smoke's coming down, or a paranoia as well.
Oh, he has a flash, but he chooses not to flash. And Victor falls.
Crashes on the other side of the map. What's going on here? Really not contributing at all to Marv right now.
They're just not biting, and they have so much as far as numbers go. Nags it with 3 with the Judge. Crashies nowhere near the spike and ultimately falls on the other side of the map. A 7-5 half for KRÜ. Again, OpTic made it interesting, but KRÜ never really let go of control.
Yeah, and they improve on that 6-6 half from the Team Liquid game. So things looking good for KRÜ, but now they need to dig deep. And OpTic, same thing. That defensive side's so good. KRÜ has got to really put together some strong attack pieces.
Yeah, we'll see what the Dust thinks about this one. Yinsu.
Doug! But yeah, Vala said that things are looking quite good for KRÜ. Is 7 rounds enough?
I'm glad you bring this up, because out of the 37 attacking rounds that we've seen from KRÜ in 2022, they've won 6.
So it's not enough.
Yeah, I'm glad you could do quick maths
There you
there
go.
for me, Insu. Yeah, I think everyone goes 37, 6. One number is greatly bigger than the other, and it's not a good tale. But we saw them just the other day against Team Liquid, 6-6 it on the half, so not terrible opportunity for them.
Yeah, exactly. And we're taking a look at Klaus. We were mentioning him before we jumped into the map, and I think that he's been doing a great job on the KO, and especially countering what the other KO is going to put into perspective, because you're playing Chamber, you're playing Jet. We saw very early aggression on both. I think Chamber was on B lobby, then Nax was playing onto mid, and you had Klaus over to A. So those first 10 seconds, 15 seconds are going to be completely denied, or at least you're going to be looking for that duel. And can we also talk about how Nax is not feeling the pressure of having Ye on the other side?
I know,
and I'm
right?
not saying that he's diffing him, but he's literally reckless in the movement. Now, I even have more questions on to why KRÜ decided to go for bind on the first place, because this looks pretty good. Of course, I am concerned as you are for the attack, but I mean, it didn't look bad. If we actually think about the rounds that OpTic got, which by the way were insane, like Mark,
shout
hello,
out to
I did,
Marv,
like
yeah.
whatever, and Finesse as well. The movement was perfect, but still, let's count like maybe 3 rounds that was, you know, could have gone for either way. Could have been very different.
I think those rounds that could have gone either way actually needed for KRÜ to go those way, for it to have been a story of success for them. I don't feel it in my bones. I'm not, just because of my OpTic prediction for this game, do I really, you know, want to throw it at that. I just truly think KRÜ needed those little rounds that they let slip. You know, that Marved ace clutch. We think about Marv and Spawn when Nagsit, of course, had his op not facing.
But those are forced mistakes.
Sure.
That's the difference.
Well, it's time for us to dive back into the second half. Back to you, Doug and Bola.
Thank you so much, Insu. Bala, the thing about miracle runs is that they seem to defy conventional wisdom.
Yeah.
So stats like what Jess dropped, they just don't seem to matter when crazy things are happening.
Sure, and they won 6 rounds yesterday against, they won against Liquid too.
Yeah.
But yeah, that definitely feels a little bit like if there was ever a time moment for you, Doug.
Take flight.
Doesn't seem to be working out at least yet. OpTic take care of the opener. KRÜ try to test the waters and get into A. They've established some control. In a position to get the spike down. Mizuno's taking care of that. Now OpTic have to fight for a retake.
Spike hasn't gone down yet, and they're all here. That knife just got 3 players on the site. This one way, though, very, very strong. Delzik just got another smoke up, so might be able to redo it.
And all of this delay has allowed the door to go down, and now OpTic can push a bit more aggressively. So weak on the side of KRÜ. Look at their health bars. And they start to fall. Crashies and Victor able to get one apiece. It was too much. The delay was too much, Paula.
Yeah, and OpTic ends up coming through with the pistol once again on this map. This is the time where you expect KRÜ, when you know the pressure is on them for this half. Come up with something interesting here for the Thrifty. Potential. They might even decide to force. Very common on this attack side of Ascent. Especially when you have a KO in play.
And I mean, like, not just map on the line, not just series on the line, tournament on the line.
Sure. Not going to force, going to play for the next round. Though Nagsit does have the Sheriff. He's leading the charge. In towards mid. Yay, dude, we saw this so many times! 4 kills right away to Kalat to boot. This man farms on the Marshall when it's the anti-eco in mid every single time. We saw it against Xerxia. And here again, he's going for the ace. The drone spots Kesnet too, but not quite able to finish it out.
It just doesn't get a whole lot easier than that, right? Yay.
I mean, that double kill fell into his lap, man.
Yeah, it really did.
And I feel like I've seen that round so often. And again, the knife gets 5 of them as they come out of tiles. So he knows what's coming. He knows the task at hand. So clean.
Enemy remain.
Yeah, all the conversations around OpTic and they're struggling and the initial loss, a lot of doubt shrouding them, and it seems like he took that personally, and he's trying to get back to what he was doing in the first map. Not nearly as strong of a performance,
That's a good start.
but that's one heck of a play.
Well, the important thing is, while it's not maybe the same strength of a performance from Ye, the rest of his team stepping up.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be. Yeah, absolutely.
This was a problem for Ye in the series against Xerxia. It's really give and take for him.
A gift.
It's not the same type of performance from Masters Berlin, where he was dominating in the first kill, first death ratio. He's still doing well. He's still being a solid entry fragger on both sides of the map. But Surf was taking advantage of him, and this time Kesnet as well. Doing some work against him. So down a man again, OpTic. Still good in these situations.
KRÜ here with a very patient approach to the round. One of the things that was pretty critical of with KRÜ was their attacking half seemed very one-dimensional, right?
Sure.
You just kind of were getting
Sure.
the same thing with them. They like your group as 5. They decide what site they're going to hit. No matter what happens, they hit it. This is a very different approach. Much more defaulty.
Tries to punish Marved by himself again, though. And OpTic's feeling this out. Crashes already fell all the way back.
30 seconds
Yeah,
left.
it seems to be working out for him as Victor falls too. Crashies, you mentioned, fell back sight and falls to his grave. This KRÜ established control. You've got Marv on a flank. So perhaps if he hits the timing right, there's a little something they can do with this.
Tunnel.
Okay.
Okay, they heard
They
the
heard
TP.
that. Yeah, I was going to say, surely you heard that, right? They don't have a ton of time either, Balla. They're going to have to pull the trigger here pretty quickly.
Well, another TP out, but yeah, I mean, they already know what's happening. He's a good TP.
No way. You menace. You menace!
Cover going out.
This is spammable.
The tap. 1v2. Oh, the timing. The timing.
Dude, it was too good to be true. That
It really
play-
was. It really was.
I mean, that would have been absolutely unbelievable. But KRÜ hold, they control, they win against OpTic's bonus. But yay, because of the farm on that anti-ego with the Marshall, he's got the knives up, able to really have a great buy here for OpTic. No matter what happened. Have to question Victor there in that spawn, getting killed by the fragment grenade. Trying to get in a position to pop flash for himself, but KRÜ no. And the patience that you mentioned last round, again showing up,
Yeah.
and that's a great sign given what we saw on Bind. Ye actually just updrafted and cleared B main by himself, so he's in position to help Crashies fight against the market.
It looks like they're going to need help. Is there a 3? Pushing forward. Seems like they're going to rotate right out. The drone, does it get all the way around? Get some info. There's the Blade Storm!
Dude, Ye again falls early.
Flashbang.
Victor with the flash to swing out, nothing doing. But again, potentially a false sense of security. Is KRÜ still hanging out? They haven't left.
There.
How to crack this B split from OpTic? Big question. And KRÜ, are they going to expect a reposition from Victor into the site? Usually he's flashing through spawn, and a knife gets 3 people. The information is gathered. They know what's coming. Crashes and Victor falling all the way to the back site, and Mars still has a paranoia too. He could really fight with Victor.
But he doesn't paranoia, he just swings out. Kills go back and forth as Marved with 3! Crashy's still back sight, not able to take care of the kill. It's a 2v2 here. Finesse is going to show up a bit late as he was still trying to anchor down A. The spike not in tow for KRÜ. They're going to have to mosey over and get it quick, and I don't know that it's happening. Kesnet in this 1v2. The reposition out for Marved.
No time for the
6
spike. He has
seconds
to get
left.
him.
Yeah, Finesse just has to get out. He's got to run. Kesnet tries hunting. 2 seconds left. Tucks to safety. Tucks to solace behind that wall, and OpTic tie us up at 8 apiece.
Baseball player getting to first base. He's safe. Why are you laughing?
Ball.
Come on, you just don't say anything.
Ball,
It was clean. Come on, man. I expected that from you too, not me. You left it for me. You left it for me.
Unbelievable. Yeah, OpTic tie us up at 8. You've got Ye with the operator once again and a light buyout for KRÜ. Rifle for Kesnet as he's 1 point away from the tour de force.
Get out of my way.
But that's really it. Well, and the blades, of course, from Nags, which are pretty good when he's on.
Yeah, and Victor's not here to actually knife him down. Which is definitely something that could happen if they spend a little time. 1 minute is going to be the timer when that knife comes up, so. Another opening pick from Kesnet onto Ye. The flash as well, crashes in a terrible position. They take the site. Marved, the big ult fast on the B main flank. There's nothing there to actually spot. No trademarks except B main. So again, Marv is the linchpin for OpTic here to keep them in this round.
You want to play? Let's play.
And Tour de Force come through as Marv repositions.
Are powerless.
Hold up from class. How the heck do OpTic get back in this one? This KRÜ seem to have quite the stranglehold on the site.
They're saving the op. Victor's already picked it up and left from spawn where Ye died. That is a statement. That is now 3 rounds in a row where Ye goes down first. And it's one of Nags or Kesnet taking that open in duel. And right now it feels like they've got his number.
Another rifle going down.
Ditto charges.
For OpTic, perhaps Marv can
That's big.
cause some problems.
Okay. Interesting too, because I'm pretty sure where they planted, they get a pocket inside of B main. And we've already seen that in this game, so not quite sure how the timing is that bad. And they'll let them stew in the fact that they lose a little bit of economy, but OpTic trying to find a way back in. And honestly, they've got the op on Ye. They still got a rifle as well because Marv carried it in with him. So they have an opportunity to play this round like a gun round, even though they definitely won't have the economy. But that's a threat. The big thing for this round, it's not even Marv, and I think Marv is the win condition for them. They need to play with what plays he wants to make.
Yeah,
however, this specific round coming up, Chet has to be talking about how do we enable you, Ye, without you feeling uncomfortable, because right now, 3 in a row, going down early, that's hurt. That hurts for Ye. He's gonna lose confidence. You like anybody. I don't care if you're Michael Jordan. You're gonna lose confidence after something like that.
Yeah, it's certainly been a slower start for the Star Duelist. On OpTic especially, it's just so hard to think about that when you compare it to the first map, right? Like, he ran circles around KRÜ in a much quieter performance up until this point, so we'll see what their play is. How do they set him up? You mentioned right at the start of the timeout the operator for Ye still in his hands, and it looks like it's going to be a peek.
And towards B, yeah. He's lost that fight twice.
Oh, now he's got a turret to help him out.
Hey, that's something. No, for real, that's something.
A little cover.
He could play it past it and then swing back once the turret make contact. Or he could take space with it. Instead, the knives get traded. OpTic know it's going to be a main controlled play. And with that orb, it's just farming a little bit up. Nothing actually coming online from that. It's a long way away for those power ults from KRÜ. This could be dangerous. If they spot Victor, he broke the drone. That's important because if that got deeper, it might have spotted nobody in sight, but Nags will do the same job. So they've got it. Look at Kesnet. Look at Kesnet against Zelzik. Or Marv.
Marv has been big for OpTic. The shoulder's been peaked. Kesnet playing with fire. The paranoia hits him. He has to give the space up. Look at Marv,
so crazy.
Bro. Oh, but he doesn't land the shots. Kesnet's so weak.
He's buying so much time right now.
Yeah, he is. And look, reinforcement showing up.
Shock dart. Good stuff.
Yeah, but it took 2 players to get that kill. Meanwhile, the site has been lost.
Mazzino in a place where they have to clear him. If they don't clear him,
Nowhere to run.
so dangerous. He's actually ulting the Killjoy right now, so they know where he's at. The drone, though, crashes ops to go for it, so Marv has to win this fight.
Mazzino alone. Tucked down. Finesse falls. Oh, you can see it. He wants to swing out. Victor holding it.
The defuse.
Victor sticking it. Delzik tries to swing around, but Victor gets it just in the nick of time.
3 seconds left on that, too. If
there
he
would have
goes
been another
down,
one, yeah.
they're close enough to potentially get on that spike, but oh my goodness, it's close. Wow. And this is a great play from Marv. Doesn't finish off the fight, but they know that they can invest the time here because they have an insta-kill idea here from Crashes. Still has the shock darts. And then, beautiful play. Again, Marv, the playmaking is so good. The smoke onto Mazzino after they realize where his position is. They duel a little bit. Crashes just holds. And they stick the defuse in their face.
That's a big one. Now KRÜ back on really nothing as far as buy. OpTic in a decent spot to be able to pull things back and get the lead back. And you mentioned Ye has had a struggle, really, in these opening picks. That's a big kill.
A little bit of trade of utility here on Tree. Victor can and does consistently pop flash through this.
You called it. They just don't have anything to fight back
One
with.
enemy remaining.
Except for Nagza.
Be asking a lot from Nags.
Yeah, it would.
And he's already clearing the angle, holding it with an op.
That sucks.
There we go. They take the lead.
And it was relatively clean. You just dropped Victor.
Sure. It was an eco. Keep that in mind. Instantly guns purchased here from KRÜ. And it's a relatively full buy. Light armor on 2 players though. And only 1 shocked out for Mazzino. Again, those ults really, really slow to come online right now. And that's a big tool on this attacking side, a big reason why KO is so good.
KRÜ choosing to call a timeout, and again, so close, right? Like, they're so close to extending this to map 3, to taking us to Haven.
Yeah.
But they really are, it really seems like they're playing on a knife's edge right now, right? Because you can very easily reestablish control, take us to Haven, or let it fall out of your hands and get eliminated from the tournament. There's so much at stake in this timeout right now.
Yeah. It's on players like Nagzet, on players like Kesnet to continue winning those opening duels. But also, Mazzino. He's been a little quiet this game. That's somebody who's so consistent for KRÜ. And especially in clutch situations too, Delzik has been showing up so far at this tournament. I mentioned it earlier. But they just quite aren't winning every single one of those clutch situations. OpTic seem to be favored in all of those. And that might be because the momentum's in their side. Winning map 1, they know they got another map to play if this goes sour. So they're not in their heads, comparatively.
Again, it's hard to stress the importance of this round for KRÜ.
Yeah, they lose this round, it's going to be match point before they know it.
See how they choose to approach this. A 4-stack B, seemingly set up to hit a mid-B split. But the drone actually, and that's going to give them a lot of space. There's nobody in tree.
Look how passive Ye is playing. They've spotted him with the drone, though. So now they could either smoke him off, flash him off the angle, or make sure to start trying to pinch him from A main as well. Instead, they just opt to go away from it entirely. And Ye's not in a spot where he can rotate quick, so potential for a B split with a TP backside as well. Crashies consistently falls back in that position. That could take attention away from them. And a Nags dash as well to pinch. There's nobody else in that site. However, Finesse has swapped his utility over towards the safe site. This is huge. And Victor's got the no command as well. He could pop that at any moment and completely break up the push.
Delzik has his ultimate. You wonder how long before he tries to...
There's the ult, no command.
To back site. Finesse already falls.
They're not actually going here.
No. They leave Mazzino as a trap to get a kill, and he does.
Yeah, but Ye, remember the op. He's looking heaven right now. There's 2 places he has to look.
Here's him always paranoid. He has to drop down to hell. Nagset going hunting. He's so weak. But Ye gets the kill anyway.
They know Marv's here.
Eventually falls. Yes, it certainly seems like they do, as Klaus is going to get the plant down.
Wow. Look at Kesnet, knowing that this res is going to come through, knowing that they're going to pick up Victor after his no command, making sure they solidify that round, give them no way to bite back in. Great trades as well into that dark position where Ye found Nagset trying to jump on him with a classic.
What a response out from KRÜ, man. What a response out from KRÜ.
And the discipline there as well from Mazzino, or whoever it was under in dark. As the tie point comes back in 10-10. Fans are happy. We're happy we're getting an extended game here. Discipline shown from KRÜ is exceptional compared to what we just saw on Bind. It's a complete shift.
Yep.
One thing we saw in the match against Xerxia was on this defensive side. Once Ye really started to fall to surf in that game, he started to play passive.
Yeah.
Finesse also swapped back over towards this B site. They were really not pressuring. Same thing happening right now, and that's a red flag for OpTic's chances to hang into this one. KRÜ, can they actually take advantage of that, though? Did they spot that same pattern before this game?
conversation around OpTic and how they handle pressure has been such a major storyline of this tournament, and now OpTic are going to have a chance to really prove what they're worth.
There's the old backside, crashes, immediately deals with it. There's nobody to actually punish. But they're on with the B split.
The paranoia out. Finesse blinded. Victor
30 seconds
playing
left.
for back and spawn. So much information. The truth is, I don't know that they have time to rotate out
The
anyway. Yeah,
spike!
Finesse gets a big one. And the Spike's no man's land. They're going to have to frag their way through. OpTic
Victor with the
reestablish
flash.
control.
Oh!
Crashies. Gorgeous swing. You mentioned Victor with the flash. It doesn't get much easier than that. Now Kesnet is flashed up. 10 seconds left. Too many targets to look at. OpTic take the lead back.
And that was something that we didn't see when they reverted to these passive setups. It's not bad. I'm not saying that at all, that those setups are, but it speaks to how they want to play in the map, how confident they are to play in some cases. Setups like these, this was where their bread and butter was on Ascent though, was Crashes and Victor really pairing up well, and with Finesse, the added layer. You notice how actually Victor delayed that flash for Finesse to find something because he was in that line of sight. He gets the one, and then Crashes just destroys them. This is it. A big buy into this round from KRÜ. And it's a reset bonus. So that means it will be complete eco for them. Only pistols if they lose this round on match point.
This turret.
Cover going out.
Certainly a different way to grab mid info for Killjoy. You often see the alarm bot there. This time Timmy is the sacrificial lamb.
They've really been trying to bring the fight towards this B side. Victor, again, the linchpin. This time, Ye does have the op, and he's playing stairs. That's not an angle that you're used to seeing Ye play. It really just isn't.
And I wonder whether or not KRÜ choose to flirt with this one. Remember, they took care of the defenses that OpTic had as far as the turret goes in mid.
Here they come. 45 seconds left. They really can't pivot. They could go back up Cat, but they haven't done any scouting in that direction. Klaus is going to pop his ult.
Powerless.
Nice. Massive kill out from Ye. We've talked so much about his struggles in these instances, and that's 2 big kills
30 seconds left.
with the operator. KRÜ left in a difficult spot. Truly a 5v3 as Ye gets another. Oh my goodness. 4 out from Ye. A prime gaming flawless as OpTic seem to go for the jugular.
And when Ye got that kill on a Nags, the first opening kill into market, you could honestly feel it. The energy sucked out of KRÜ. They didn't get anything down onto B main. I'm wondering, yeah, there was the molly to delay. No, he couldn't. Could he pop that? Yeah, Finesse was on the other side of the map. Pops the molly. That's what delays enough for Ye to even reposition him here. So Finesse plays perfectly into it, and that's why Ye is in there in the first place. Prime Gaming flawless, and look at the buy from KRÜ. A couple of Spectres, a lot of Spectres, and light armor, but that's a great start from Nags. That's Marv down, but everybody else from OpTic has been coming online. But the knife from Nags, Bladestorm, and
the Tour de Force, yeah.
that's how these guys are so hard to put down right now. That's why they want to play the chamber. Check combination.
And as much as they make noise at the opening of the round, you hear it comes to a screeching halt. Drone across the middle of the map from Crashies to make sure no one's pushing up that way. KRÜ deciding to reposition. They're going to go A. And they've got Killjoy utility. They have turrets. They have a 3-stack from OpTic to deal with.
Ness is reading this round just gorgeously.
They have time.
Look at how they've all rotated right now. They're actually leaning towards A, leaving Ye alone on the B site. Sure, man down. Nags has to go. The knife. It's going to get his knives away. He's trying to get
bait with the blades, but he isn't able to land the shots. Nags and Mazzino fall. 3 left for OpTic. It's just on to Kesnet. Kesnet with 45 HP and his ultimate tries to drop some fancy footwork to stay alive, but it's the nade from Victor that gives